like how you leave your shoes all over the apartment, or how you keep a rental car for 3 days just to prove a point, she countered. Exactly. That's the stuff that matters. Chapter 20, The Anniversary of the Night. The architecture of their lives was built on small moments, but some moments were foundations. Adam took Jennifer back to the street corner where they first met, a spot near a dive bar in the meatpacking district. This is where I was standing, he said, handing her his grandmother's ring. This spot changed my life. It's beautiful, Jennifer whispered, ignoring the smell of the city. Nearby, Jeff and Audrey watched from a distance, leaning against a brick wall. We were never that romantic, Jeff noted. We were practical, Audrey said. We were syrup in the holes people from day one. True, Jeff agreed. He looked at the younger couple, then back at his wife. 12 years for 1,000 days and 1,000,000 tiny negotiations. They weren't just a couple, they were a structure. A little irregular, perhaps. A few cracks in the foundation, but they were standing. Let's go home, Jeff said. I think there's a Knicks game on, and I think I still have some of that dirt water to drink. Audrey took his hand. I'll fill the holes in your waffle tomorrow morning. All of them, every single one. Chapter 21, The Guest List Gambit. The transition from happily engaged to wedded bliss was, in Adam's mind, a straight line. In Jennifer's mind, it was a complex logistical maneuver requiring the precision of a military invasion. The first casualty of this campaign was the guest list. 200 people. Jen, Adam asked, staring at a spreadsheet that looked more like a census report. I don't even know 200 people. I don't think I've made eye contact with 200 people in my entire life. It's not just about who we know. Adam, Jennifer said, her tone suggesting she was explaining basic geometry to a toddler. It's about professional courtesy. I have to invite my department, and my old department, and my cousins from Delaware. I want to invite the guys from the warehouse, Adam countered. Cousin Larry, and the guy who hooked me up with the irregular sweatshirts. He's good people. Adam, we are having a seated dinner with a string quartet. We can't have a guy named Stitch sitting next to my boss. He'll try to sell him a slightly flawed windbreaker. The warehouse guys are my foundation. Jen, they're the architecture of my wardrobe. The negotiation became a proxy for their different social worlds. Adam saw the wedding as a party. Jennifer saw it as a statement. To resolve the deadlock, they turned to the Binghams, which was usually like turning to a pair of war veterans for advice on a playground scuffle. Separate lists, Jeff advised, not looking up from a bowl of cereal. Give her a number. She gives you a number. Then you both cut 10%. It's like a salary cap. If you go over, you pay the luxury tax, which in marriage is called the silent treatment. I already have the silent treatment. Adam sighed. And I'm not even over the cap yet. Chapter 22, High Culture, Low Patience. Audrey's promotion at indoor living came with many perks. the most prestigious of which were season tickets to the Metropolitan Opera. For Audrey, it was a dream come true, a chance to wear a gown and pretend Manhattan was still the city of Edith Wharton. For Jeff, it was a 3-hour hostage situation set to music he couldn't understand. "I'm wearing a tuxedo, Audrey," Jeff complained, tugging at his bow tie as they stood in the lobby of Lincoln Center. "I look like a penguin who's about to lose a court case." "You look handsome, Jeff, and it's Rigoletto. It's a tragedy. It's moving. The real tragedy is that the Knicks are playing the Celtics right now," Jeff muttered, checking his watch. "I've developed a system. If the fat lady hits a high note, I assume we've made a three-pointer. If she falls over, someone's been fouled." The performance began. Jeff sat in the darkened theater, his knees jammed against the seat in front of him, feeling the weight of his loose underwear mandate. Every time the tenor belted out a lament, Jeff felt a vibration in his pocket, the score updates he had promised Audrey he wouldn't check. "Is he dead yet?" Jeff whispered 45 minutes in. "Shh," Audrey hissed. "He's singing about his daughter's honor." "Well, he's taking his time. At this rate, her honor is going to have a mortgage." By the intermission, Jeff was pacing the red-carpeted halls like a caged animal. He had managed to glimpse a screen in the Barnix down by 12. The opera felt like a metaphor for his life. Loud, confusing, and full of people over-emoting about things that could be solved with a simple conversation. But then he saw Audrey. She was glowing, her face lit up by the chandeliers. She looked happy. She looked like the girl who used to fill waffle holes with such precision because she wanted her world to be perfect. He sighed, adjusted his bow tie, and walked back in. "Okay, let's see if the jester gets his revenge. But if he doesn't do it in the next 20 minutes, I'm rooting for the Duke." Chapter 23, The Silence of the Dunbar. Post-Jesse, Russell Dunbar decided he needed a detox. He was tired of the double entendres, the she of the world, and the constant feeling that he was living in a sitcom. He wanted a woman who was, for lack of a better word, boring. He met Sarah. Sarah worked in insurance. Her favorite color was beige. She enjoyed reading the weather report for cities she had no intention of visiting. "I had a very productive day," Sarah said during their third date at a restaurant that served exclusively unseasoned chicken. "I filed 42 claims. Not 41. Not 43. Exactly 42. Russell nodded, his brain slowly turning into oatmeal. "That's incredibly consistent, Sarah. I like consistency," she said. "I also like that you don't use metaphors. Metaphors are a waste of descriptive energy. A thing is simply the thing that it is." Russell looked at her. She was beautiful in a way that didn't demand attention. She was quiet. She was the opposite of Jesse. But as the night wore on, he realized a horrifying truth. He was miserable. "Sarah," he said, testing the waters, "do you ever feel like the meat of life is a bit too thick? You know, Like you just want to slide your desires into the slot of destiny? Sarah blinked. I don't understand the meat reference. We are eating chicken, and destiny does not have a slot. It is a concept, not a male receptacle. Russell leaned back. He missed the puns.